All right. So now some of those layers, again, that's found, if you will, in the dermis. I want us to go to, let's just go ahead to page 238. This is not quite a layer, but this is something found in the dermis. It's the collagen. So just again, go ahead and highlight collagen. And we again understand that collagen is basically the fibers that keep our skin, gives it the strength. Also necessary for wound healing too. We talk about collagen. As we get older, we lose collagen, of course. That's why all the Botox and every fillers be coming in. Everybody's trying to get that plumpness back on there. So the collagen is what we try to do to keep that firmness, that tautness in the skin. And then also, when it comes on over to 239, they kind of tap on it just a bit here as well, because it mentions that collagen and extracellular matrix proteins gives, again, support and function to the skin. Now, other components also give that tautness and firmness to the skin. Things like hyaluronic acid will be beneficial to anybody that's trying to give that plumpness to the skin, but it's all aiding to kind of give that collagen effect, if you will, that we naturally have. Now, let's go ahead into the layers. The papillary layer does connect the dermis to the epidermis. So that kind of forms the junction in between the epidermis and the dermis. So the papillary layer basically connects the epidermis to the dermis. And I kind of like the diagram on, let me show you real good. If you kind of reference page 229, I just kind of like how they, basically how they got it labeled, where it kind of puts it in perspective on 229. Even down to on the right-hand side, like you can see the epidermis, and then of course you see the papillary layer, and then the dermis. That's all making up the dermis, that whole little section. The reticular layer is right up under that. But I kind of like the way they kind of all, put it all in perspective here. And even those components in there as well, like the sweat glands and the hair follicle, hair bulb, it kind of, makes more sense just kind of looking at that actual diagram as well. Let's see. All right. They also give us the subcutaneous, the subcutaneous layer as well. The subcutaneous layer, as I did mention, basically is found right up under the dermis. So that goes a little bit deeper. So that definitely gives our body the contour, the smoothness that our bodies need. Also a source of energy, where we're talking about the subcutaneous layer. And this is just chapter 10 that we on during the nighttime. Okay. You all are wrapping up chapter 19. Okay. And whenever you're ready for the test, just let me know. Okay. We'll be moving into the business chapters next week. And so in conclusion, on page 240, again, they give us a nice summary of those main components of the functions of the skin. Again, they tell us again the epidermis is here. which makes up, which is including the stratum corneum, lucidum, granulosum, spinosum, dermatidium. And then they also show us here, package real nice, the actual dermis, and then those two layers that is associated with the dermis. So this is just a nice way to kind of package all of what we just covered between the top of the week and today. And so when we come back on Monday, we'll be diving into the hair anatomy, the nail anatomy, and closing out the actual chapter. And then we'll go ahead and move forward, testing out with that. On Monday. So let me update my notes and we will go from there.